Ketheric is defeated for once and for all. At least I hope so. It also helped that he said, Ketheric.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
Final death for you, Ketheric. So, unless that was a ruse, I don't believe we will ever have to deal with Ketheric again. And hopefully this shadow curse will finally lift. It's only been around for a century. So many people were tied up in this problem. A lot of my companions, as well as Ketheric and his family, including Isobel and Dame Aelin, otherwise known as Nightsong. Not to mention all the people that used to live here. What a travesty, all because one man lost his wife. He used to be a champion for Selûne. After losing his wife, he turned to Shar, and after losing his daughter, Isobel, he turned to Mirko. Shadowheart is correct, he does change gods a lot. And despite defeating the heart of the Absolute here in the Mind Flayer colony under Moonrise Towers, the other two chosen made their escape before we had a chance to even fight them. At the least, I gave Ketheric a chance to surrender, and I do believe he did. There was just a hint of the old Ketheric before he lost his wife there. But fighting an avatar of Mirko was not what I expected to face in the end. Unfortunately, the order was given to the army waiting just outside the Shadowcurse lands to march on Baldur's Gate, but we did catch a glimpse of what the Chosen had done in order to control the tadpoles, and from there all of the Absolute. They have an elder brain, a very large brain that floats through the air. We can see the ancient Netherese crown it wears, which I believe to be the means of the Chosen control over it. So I was correct all along. A group of evil gods have formed a pact to create this Absolute and to give power to the magical shield around the tadpoles that prevents their safe removal. For a while I had the thought that a group of gods made up the Absolute, including Shar and even Lolth, but I think this was only because I had heard in reference that the Absolute followers were calling their deity a she, and because Sharans and a Drider had said it. Shar and Lolth are both major deities, though, unlike the ones we face, which are the dead three, Merkel and Bane and, yes, Baal. The last two were dead for a while, but have unfortunately returned. Yes, somehow Baal has returned. Ironically, it's because of Baal that I even exist at all, considering Grandmother was about to be sacrificed to give her Baal essence to one chosen by his worshippers around 150 years ago. I suppose that, in a way, Baal created me. Yes, I wish Grandmother was with us right now, but then I am sure this would be her adventure, not mine. I'd be merely one of her followers. But at the least, I do wish I could hear what she would have to say about all of this right now. That's just it, isn't it? In order for one to become a leader and a hero, I need to be able to handle this issue on my own. I know Grandmother would be very protective of me if she were here, and her godlike skills would be unmatched. She'd probably have been able to defeat all of our enemies that we've faced so far, single-handed. With Ketheric defeated, I hope that Shadowheart will now be able to have that conversation with Dame Aelin. She deserves to know more about herself. How could I love someone that doesn't even know who she is? Well, on the other hand, it could also be said that if I love her for what she is now, can you imagine if she had her full memories restored? No matter what it takes, I'll be there for her. Now, we need to rest and then to follow the army headed towards Baldur's Gate. Hopefully we'll be able to get there before they do. your skeleton is still with us. Maybe we should have that conversation now.
What's up for discussion?
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
Okay, are you going to brand me with something? What is it?
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it.
There's a great deal about you I don't know.
Pray, ask, and I will tell.
Are you really Selûne's daughter?
Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb.
Would your mother be willing to aid us in the fight against the Dead Three?
Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin.
You.
So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder.
Well, that's one thing I guess we have. That's divine. How did you become trapped in the Shadowfell?
Ketheric Thorm. Father of my one and only love. Enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me. Even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel. By her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Well, that's one good thing then, Isabel.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father.
Finally
I heard
gone.
what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free.
Mm-hmm.
And me.
There was conflict within your father, I saw it. I really tried to do everything I could to get him to voluntarily proclaim defeat, I guess. To give up. Aren't you sad at all about your father's fate?
I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
I have heard of it. I think everybody has, but it's never happened to me before. But I certainly believe you were starstruck, at least.
You sound like my father.
That's
But
not a good thing.
it was more than that. This was no mere attraction. It was love. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
He'd become the chosen of Merkel.
I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only
I
run.
see.
I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years.
So you just recently came back to
My father
life.
was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what.
You would have been dust and bones then. I thought you were brought back shortly after you died. No, a century in between. Wow. Alright, it is all understandable, don't worry.
It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest.
I'd say
I'm
she's
grateful for your help.
very angry, and
Your
I can't blame her.
friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
There was a time when I was worried that she had been converted by these evil gods to be one of their minions. Especially when we first saw her and I saw her, she was trapped again in her eyes. And then I was a little concerned when she was stomping on Ketheric's corpse that... Well, it was for her sake. I was worried that she had just lost all control. Shadowheart.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands.
I hope so.
Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know.
More than just Shar.
You
All
wanted
of it.
something?
There's some matters I wanted to discuss.
I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later. I'd be a poor counsel and worse company.
Okay, well,
just
you
now.
know what? I'm trying to, yeah, you need to speak to Dame Aelin, then. I'm trying to facilitate that. I do believe we just need to rest. It's been a very long day. Karlak, you alright?
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What
Yes.
the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the absolute. How?
Actually, I think you're right. He was the one that was doing the experiments on the tadpoles. He's an well, all three are integral to the absolute, but I don't think that they would even have this absolute without him. He's the one that invented the control mechanism. It seems he's a servant of Bane, as Ketheric served Merkel. Who knows what powers he's gained since you knew him?
I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought.
He really is a
And now
bastard.
he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast.
Yes.
He has to die. And I'm gonna
Okay,
be
but
the
just
one who
hold on.
kills him.
Hold on. Your heart, remember? Careful, Karlak. You're burning up. Just
You bet your
relax.
ass I am.
Well, we don't
And
want
I
you to
won't stop till
explode.
that fucker is dead.
Just hold on, Karlach. Just relax. Jaheira, it looks like you found a place
I would
here.
not linger in this land over long. But whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Alright then. I really would like you at my side. Along with us. More than anybody we've met since our group... Mole? No, Arabella. You know, Mole made a deal, I believe, with... we searched the whole tower. We couldn't find Mole anywhere, top and bottom. Couldn't find her. I do believe that Mole made a deal with Raphael. I don't know what to say. Arabella?
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
I am loath to part with her. I kind of feel somebody needs to look after her. Gale?
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Join me, why don't you? There's plenty of adventure to be had.
Would that I could.
What?
But your entourage is
Oh,
full.
that.
You'll need to make room for me first.
Of course. Swap out with Jaheira.
Back in the thick of things at last. Oh, how exciting.
I wish we could have brought you. Hello there, Albert Cub. Will?
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free.
Yes. This is everybody. Okay, well, need to rest. Anybody wish to say anything to me? Dame Erin does. Hello.
What do you know about me?
Here we go.
You spoke of my past. Being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz...
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own.
This should be
You
interesting.
know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed.
I open my mind to that sensation.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
Young Shadowheart. Maybe her father?
Something sparks in your memory. Teachings about Selûnite rites of passage, about how they would abandon their children out in the wilds and force them to find their way home. It seems that one child never came back, She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
I'll help.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
Huh. The Spear of Night, I thought that was cast into the Shadowfell.
I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shar's umbral domain. Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
What is this pain?
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Ah. Fascinating.
I wonder what the next move is.
Selûne's Spear of Night. Well, you seem to have all the best weapons. I do believe you probably should be using it, although the blood of Lathanders. I just wish I was a cleric. So, this means that you are actually a Selûnite. Well, I couldn't imagine a better goddess for you to follow.
I must keep going.
I've got a long
Okay.
road ahead.
Well,
on my way.
Where do we even go? Yes, I know about Gortash and Orin. Gather my allies. Find the Night Song. Find Mole. Mole doesn't turn up in Moonrise Tower. She may have escaped in one of them and made it to the city. Oh, the Nautiloids. Yes. I forgot about those down there. Alright, we convince Shadowheart to turn her back on Shar's wishes and instead free Night Song. Rather than become a dark justiciar, Shadowheart will instead likely face dire consequences for her actions. I really hope not. Dame Aelin revealed the truth to Shadowheart. She was not saved by Sharans as a child, but abducted and indoctrinated by them. Furthermore, her parents still live in Sharan captivity, and are bound to their daughter by a curse, the source of the pain that emanates from Shadowheart's wound. Shadowheart must make for Baldur's Gate in order to rescue her parents and free herself from Shah's influence. And this is for Gale. We found the heart of the Absolute in the bowels of Moonrise Towers, a powerful elder brain, controlled by a Netherese crowd of incredible power. Gale was not close enough to detonate the orb. I had forgotten all about that. Well, you know, maybe it's for the best. We did destroy what we could. He would have had to run up and detonate, perhaps killing all of us. If we can survive it, I think this was the better way. Yes, fine, Lord Gortash. He's definitely on my list to kill. On my kill list. Grand Duke Ravengard was infected with an illithid tadpole. He's been transported to Baldur's Gate along with an enormous elder brain. Yes, we must rescue him. I don't think it's possible. If we are able to be cured, then perhaps he can be. Wait for Mizora to be in contact. Mizora gifted Will an infernal rapier for his troubles, though she required some convincing. Zariel's asset turned out to be Mizora herself, which is so odd. In return for our help, she promised to release Will from his pack, but only after 6 months had passed. She disappeared again, but not before promising she'd find us soon enough. Lae'zel.
Shadowheart was no true child of Shar, merely a captive. She must have her vengeance.
Makes sense why she lost all her memories then. Okay, so, I kind of feel... What is that noise? Really us.
Speak up.
Friend, we are here for you.
You know, you really smell. Ugh. You were keen to join me. Don't you want to serve the Absolute?
What Absolute? The Absolute does not care about us. And we do not care about the Absolute.
Good.
We are different. And we are saved. Friend!
You know, it would be nice if I could... If I have a companion that looks like this. If maybe somebody casts some kind of illusion, permanent illusion spell around it, so... It's... Going to Baldur's Gate and having this thing followed by my side is not a good idea. And it smells. Ugh. Karlach. Where are you? With us?
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
No. Not for now. Thank you. Where is Karlach? There she is, right there. She can join with us.
Poor Shadowheart. She's been jerked around so much. I want to believe the gods keep this world balanced, but sometimes I wonder.
So tell me more about your relationship with Gortash.
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... It felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him. Trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. 1 minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Okay. I've become quite powerful. New spells. No. A room for more spells. Command. Prepared spells, I should say. I don't think that there's anything else. I have Blinding Smite. Warden of Vitality. Oh, I already had it. Daylight. Spells out darkness around it. Revivify. Well, we have other means to do that. Elemental weapon. Well, Will is happy. He gets an extra attack. Divine Intervention. She can cast Divine Intervention to invoke her god's aid. Huh. Once used, this can never be used again. Oh, wow. Light. Produce flame. Sheds light in 30 feet radius and produce flame. Might as well go for that. Prepared spells. We don't really need revive. How about Insect Plague? Something to dispel evil and good. Contagion. She has Flame Strike. There. Ah, he has access to higher level spells, level 5, of which he is very happy, of course. What spells? Cone of Cold he wanted, and bringing in an ally, Hold Monster, Conjure Elemental. Seems we haven't had you with us for a little while, Gil. Empowered Evocation. Your grasp of evocation magic has tightened, and you can add your intelligence to all the damage you do. Cantrip, Bone Chill, Acid Splash. Spells. What could you use? Hold Monster would be nice. Cloud Kill. Alright, now that we have that done. Karlach, please join with us.
What's on your mind?
Come on, we're heading out.
Looks like your troops all trooped up.
Well, we're going to after we rest.
Packing if you want me to join.
Yes, trade places, Will.
Now we're talking.
She's going with Fighter. Battlemaster. She wants Riposte, Pushing, Menacing, and Disarming. She gets to choose 3 different maneuvers. disarming. Obviously, forces the target to drop the weapons they're holding. Pushing, making an attack that pushes the target back up to 15 feet. Riposte, when a hostile creature misses you. Retaliate with powerful strikes that deal extra damage. Great. Now we need to sleep. This is all sorted out. I hope nothing goes awry. Let's just sleep. You know, Will, or Gale, sorry.
Magic touch.
I do like your Morning Frost Cold Brim hat. I have a shield that I think you could use. Ketheric shield. If I can find it. Right here. Literally is named Ketheric shield.
Ready and willing.
There we go. Give you some more protection. Plus the shield is more for the magically inclined. Yes, it helps with his ability to hit with his spells. Look at that. Absolutes, yeah. Well, Gale doesn't mind. But I wouldn't want to use it.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Alright, what's going on here, Scratch? Oh.
The dog wags his tail.
This again.
A small bag clenched between his teeth.
Give that here, please. Thank you.
He gives in and surrenders his find to you.
And just for that, you're gonna get a nice petting.
Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging even faster.
Thank you, Scratch. You found a piece of salami, did you?
Don't waste
I'm surprised you didn't eat it, actually. Now, I think we can have that chat with Shadowheart.
I've been lied to. My whole life.
Yes, it would seem
And
so.
I was gullible enough to just believe it. My parents are alive, and I have to save them.
Yes.
I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me.
Whatever you must do, I will be by your side.
Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest of vipers. I couldn't bear to lose you. Not after everything. We'd better press on for now, and hope we're ready when the moment comes. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to.
And what is that?
You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me.
Leave... Okay. Well, I'll just leave the relationship talk for now. But, okay, I'm interested to find out what it is. Okay, I've changed my mind. Shadowheart.
Did you want something?
Oh, you sound so
not,
different.
I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while.
Why have you ever changed? Let's talk about us.
Of course.
May I have a kiss?
Well, don't stand in ceremony. Come here.
We may have to do this, daily. Last time I kissed you was weeks ago. So how are you?
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them.
Yes.
I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
Alright. For now, we'll leave. I'm not sure. Like, I would love to have Asterion with us, but that would mean Shadowheart
If not
goes.
over, then through.
Just bring Asterion... Sorry, Shadowheart with us for now. Alright, so we need to leave. We've tarried long enough.
To put my hands on
Searching the tower, having a rest. I saw that armor from Ketheric. Got rid of his shield, but I also picked up this nice sword. It's actually... his armor is very heavy, actually. It's weighing me down. This Blade of Oppressed Souls overall is better, except that it would use my strength, not my dexterity, so... I know Felar Liv can sing and shriek, which also helps, but... As I said, overall, I'm not always near my companions anyways. When it has a limited range with the singing. For the shrieking, though, that does help. Blade of Oppressed Souls. See, because it does not use dexterity... Felar Liv... You know what? I think this weapon would be better, the Blade of Oppressed Souls, if I had more strength. But for now, Felar Liv is best. Which means I'm going to send this back, because I don't need to... I'm going to keep it, but send it back to camp. Already weighed. Iron Banded Shield, I need to sell that too. We have some things to sell. Hey, Gale, what's up?
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mystra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that. Given what has come to light.
You seem in a good mood. I thought you might be more subdued after coming close to blowing up.
Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. The ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but... no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
Back up a little. Why is this crown so important all of a sudden?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we
Only
hold
because it's
dear.
told what to do.
Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all
I've been
I
there
can.
before. Yes. A magic shop, okay. Sounds like an excellent idea.
The only kind I have. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
It's somewhat close to the Elfsong Tavern. There's dozens of taverns in Baldur's Gate, but... And no, not because I'm a half-elf, and not because I appreciate elves. You know, I'm actually overweight. I need to get rid of some of this excess weight. I'm carrying just too much. Karlach, with the strength of an elephant. Think you can carry this for me for now, please? It's a little better. Alright, so we have to go...
Can carry me.
Especially glad we found those tadpoles and got rid of it before they were taken. I was worried that that ship would have come and grabbed them. But apparently the last ship that left had that on it too. Ugh. Watch out for the holy fire. We need to go around. I'm still seeing shadows everywhere. Can we go through this building to get to the other side? I think we can.
Be cursed. Bet I can crack that open.
Should just use my hammer on it. Ketheric's old hammer.
Huh. A brewery. Why does Wreathwind Ale ring a bell?
It was known to be quite the tipple. A cask or two still exists, if you know the right ale keep.
You must have good taste. Not me. Can't afford it.
No traps, please.
Oh, a common misconception. Even the simplest of flavors are elevated by the choice to appreciate them. Don't deny yourself such pleasures.
Some more alcohol here. Yeah, we didn't go up here. A key, which we probably do not need. Let's just go. What's in this wine rack? Anything nice? Carafe of wine. We can go down this way. I'm not sure if this will lead us to where we want to be. Please consult the map. Yeah, we want to be over here. I think we needed to keep on going. Let's go here. This will take us directly. There should be a straight path right to the other side of the city, going east. Right up this way. Dame Aelin didn't drop her holy fire bombs all over here, did she? What is this now? Could this be shadows dissipating? I haven't seen that before. It'd be awfully nice just to have the sun shining on me. I come up from the Underdark, thinking I'll find sunlight, and what do I get? The shadow-cursed lands. Not good for a lover of nature like myself.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
Well, I suppose not. And in all my foolishness, we could have gone straight here. I just realized that. You know what? If that's the case, let's go to Last Light Inn. If we cannot ever come back here, then we should... Listen. Look. There's grass here. I hear birds and crickets. Surely life is returning to this place already. Or maybe he left. Took the oxen with him. There will be, no one left here then. Mole, you didn't perhaps come back, did you? On the Greater Healing Potion. An Innkeeper's Lockbox? Why didn't I see that before? Truth be told, I probably should have had Chihira instead of my love. Holy water, gold. Let's read this. May the Moon Maiden protect us. This is the journal from the innkeeper, I take it. I delayed my meeting with Morfred, only to find the entire masonry had been raided and all its inhabitants taken for questioning. I doubt I'll ever see my brother again. If they get to him, I'll be next. One look at my shrine will tell on me. But I would not, deny Our Lady of Silver, even under the pain of what Ketheric has promised anyone who do not convert. Alright then. There seems to be nothing left here for us. Not anything that I can think of.
Lands are free of Shah. I hope I can say the same of myself. Soon enough.
Karlach. I hope so too, Shadowheart. The army's moved on. I guess we follow in its wake.
The Absolute armies are on the march, and Baldur's Gate is their target.
To Baldur's Gate. Alright, just had to make sure my journal was complete before we moved on. Seems that it is. So let's continue.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Ketheric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
At least we leave it behind in good care. Nathaniel. I almost think Halsin should remain behind to help, but I guess nature will have its way regardless. As it should.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prism bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant.
Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow,
my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Baldur's Gate. We've made it. At Worm's Lookout. Isn't it Worm's Crossing that... for the amulet? Spirit of the amulet. Yes. She lives... Okay, so... He wants to find his granddaughter. She lives at the Open Hand Temple in Worm's Crossing. I take it that we are there. I've never approached Baldur's Gate from this. From the east. It's always been from the sea. Or from the south. Like I did right before all this began. A bottle of wine. I always found wine best to be shared. It's a lonely person that drinks a bottle of wine all by themselves. Our new camp. Well, we have been traveling. Jaheira, speaking to a rat, are you?
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again.
Has she?
Selûne cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step.
Mm-hmm. You know, now that we're traveling together, I realize I don't know much about you.
That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme.
I wouldn't have expected that. So is it true you fought the Dead Three before?
It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write.
Now it is, yes.
There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder?
Listen, I have heard tales of you being very beautiful. I do find you attractive even at your age. But, I've also heard directly from my grandmother that you never actually fought Baal. Baal was dead. You fought what was trying to reclaim the power of Baal. You're not that old. Please, you're only one of those things.
Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best.
I want to ask you something.
Ask it.
You mentioned you know something of Illithids.
More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind.
Oh.
I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I.
Yes. Well, Withers said that they have no soul. That kind of puts them in a different light. Wouldn't be any different than destroying a tool or construct, then. Shouldn't have any feelings towards these creatures. My mind is still my own. I plan to keep it that way.
I believe you. You remind me of another I knew, marked by forces beyond their control. The gods can grant power or strip it away, but so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need.
Okay, then. Allies like you, powerful ones. I think you made a friend there. You don't mind if I take your mugwort, do you? We're so close. I can hardly believe it. This is the bridge that goes over to the other side. Is that not what Worm's Crossing is?
Seems simple enough.
Now we hear the crickets and the birds. It's actually quite wonderful. Will?
Taken from the light to be raised in darkness. Your truth is finally dawning, Shadowheart. You can follow its light, or you can retreat back into dusk. The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back into dusk.
You must have been furious at your father for throwing you out of the city.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither.
Oh, excuse me. Do you miss your father?
More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
You're still the same old Will. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Lae'zel?
I'm listening.
Alright, so about the disc from Moonrise Towers.
Once again, your mind opens to Lae'zel, and she considers the disc.
More writings on Orpheus, the so-called Prince of the Comet.
Go on, let's hear it.
The Prince of the Comet, Part 3. The histories tell us that Commander Voss, Gestil Ketheric, pierced Prince Orpheus clean through with his sword of silver, that his flesh was torn and fed to the great red dragon Ephelaman. Vlaakith's faithful roar out this tale, but beneath the roars, we hear whispers carrying truth and prophecy. The Prince of the Comet is not dead. The Prince of the Comet will come again. The Prince of the Comet will liberate us from Vlaakith's tyranny. Praise be to Mother Gith, Queen of the One Sky. Praise be to your son, Orpheus, the true heir, Prince of the Comet. This is more than a fable. It's an affront to the undying Queen Vlaakith. Gith's son died to Voss's blade. Orpheus is no more.
Could Orpheus really be alive, do you think?
It is not just improbable, it is impossible. Ketheric Voss and his red dragon slayed the fell prince. You could no more resurrect him than you could glue together the pile of ashes he became. My Vash taught that the silver bells of Vlaakith's court still ring out before every hunt in celebration of the prince's defeat. As a child, I longed to hear them for myself and sing in praises to the deathless queen and her Ketheric.
Who's the Red Dragon, the Great Red Dragon, if Philemon of the story?
Tiamat's emissary. It was he who carried word that Mother Gith had negotiated the gift of the dragons, and that Vlaakith I would preside as queen of the Githyanki. The Felaman remains the queen's consort to this day, as endless as the empire he now serves.
All right, then. More mugwort. Shadowheart.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you a while.
It's nice that you like staring at me. Let's talk about our relationship.
Of course.
How are you faring?
Not sure what to feel. My parents are alive, and I need to save them. I'm lucky to have you by my side. I don't think I could face what's to come otherwise.
Oh. Let's talk about what's happened between us.
Fine. What's on your mind?
Happened to us. How am I holding up in your estimations?
No notes. You've exceeded my every expectation. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. And attractive company too, no less.
You think about me a lot, it would seem. Let's turn to other matters. Alright, Shadowheart. We'll talk again later. Where is everybody else? We just have to find where your parents are. Volo's note. To whomever happens upon this note first, regretfully, a matter of critical import requiring my immediate attention has arisen. Not that your various misadventures are unimportant per se, but, well, regardless, the matter is far too sensitive to be committed to parchment here, so I shall regale you of it when we meet again in Baldur's Gate. Cordially yours, Volothamp Getarm. Oh. He could have just come and told me. Instead he leaves and there's rotten eggs in his place. Karlach.
Soldier.
Okay. I'm glad to see that our two loving pets are best friends. Halsin.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support.
Okay then. More mugwort. You don't mind, do you, Gale? Asterion would like to speak to me. Remember, supporting, even loving if need
The gate
be.
is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back.
Yeah, why would he want you? You have no more leads.
I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I was gone. And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't.
We'll look for them.
Unless Cazador's changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk.
What exactly is a den from a vampire's point of view? Is that just a tavern? Oh. Raspberries. Wouldn't find any of this in the Shadow Cursed Lands. Did she... Arabella left with us.
Fate spins along as it should.
I feel bad
Dost
for her.
thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead?
I really feel bad for her. Perhaps... Well, I don't know what to say. The fact that she was alright in the Shadow Curse lands by herself says volumes, so... Speaks volumes, I should say. Losing her parents at such a young age, and then having to leave everybody that she knows by herself. Oh, berries. Isabel.
Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
Dame Aelin.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
You know, you should join my camp permanently. We can fight the powers of evil together.
Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the Chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low.
How do you intend to spend your newfound freedom other than with Isabel?
I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Alright then. Thank you. Well, I guess we should sleep. We did travel far. Berries.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the Chosen of the Dead 3. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the Chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Astral Prism, and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead 3. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Not to make myself sound better than it should, but I suppose I would be the hero. I'll free everyone of this evil. I will be the hero that saves Baldur's Gate.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
What's this now?
The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination.
Please quell the voice.
March. Join power.
Ketheric.
You're under attack. Help me.
The Ketheric. Of course they would. We might have to destroy this astral portal. Alright. Gale, it's been some time. I think your best spells are not here. Alright, his higher level spells are not prepared. You know what, Carla, go with him.
Let me recite their demise.
One down. Idiots. We've got a monk.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
I hate to do it, but we don't have much time.
Time to press ahead.
Let's end this. On the move.
Fuck yes.
Got him good. Let's see. Ah, yes, well. Bonus. There we go. Oh. Ah.
Save me.
Gale.
Take much more.
Come quickly. I can't do this without you.
I'll strike you down.
take you.
More are coming. Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
Some healing for a wizard in need.
Alright, we have to get to here. It's much closer than it was last time.
That orb's about to explode. I speak from some experience.
I'm under attack.
Okay. Healing Radiance. We could use this. Come on. There we go. Why does she have Intellect Devours at her side? Is she really Githyanki, not Githyanki, Illithid, after all?
Indeed.
Smell blood.
Nice hit. And she's dead.
In position.
Against people like us, what hope do these ones have?
Friend, you will be cleansed.
As I said.
Blood follows me everywhere.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
It's disgusting, I guess, but we could use the brains.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
Let's have a look.
We have a lot of potions to create after this. These are monks who have nothing on them.
Ahead.
Another jump.
I can't hold them off much much longer. It's not over. Come to the skull.
I'm seeing a lot of illithid things around here. Perhaps what I thought about her to begin with is true, but it's strange. Hard for me to piece it all together properly. Mind the fires. What's going on here? Who's this? An illithid? We defending illithids now against Githyanki.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost.
I see.
Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you.
You're exactly what I feared you would be.
I am the one that came to you in your dreams.
Fine, let's just get on with it. Discuss this after. Then prove to me who you are, who you say.
You saved a child from a viper, back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackheath's wrath upon you. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need.
Oh, fine, I get it.
Now,
I don't have to like it. I really don't, but... How do I help?
The God. Destroy the God. They prevent me from subduing their master. Do it, now!
Fine. I believe who you are, because I always thought you might be what I see right now. I joined the Mind Flayers fight.
Together, we can turn the tide.
But I will say this, I much prefer you looking the way you were before. We have some tough monk-likes. Githyanki. Orpheus? Is it really... This is why they come here. How about the gods? I'm actually kind of thankful Lae'zel's not here, because I don't know if I could control her. Alright. Knocked everybody but this one prone.
Heating up.
Well, maybe you can melt the ice. Is there only... There's more. There's one up there. Another one up there. Pushing probably won't matter here in the astral plane. Not like it would back home.
Still on my feet. What path lies before me?
Seems I have a mage type right here. Take this! Divine Strike. Okay.
Destroy
Let's cut your fire, baby.
Never a dull moment.
Father, I love, sing. Huh, controlled it.
Don't get too close.
Hey.
Now this is my happy place.
Nothing important is ever easy.
It's no longer dominated. Just not good for Gale.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Yes, I get it. I don't like this at all.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
I ask again, who are you? And I'm going to need a name this time.
You may call me the Emperor.
The Emperor?
An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstances.
You were one of us.
I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city.
How?
I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while.
You don't seem to be a soulless
until
being.
my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Lord Gortash was one of the chosen in the colony.
Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you.
That Githyanki in the sphere, who is it?
Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved you have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
I really actually kind of wish Lae'zel was with us. Was it you or Orpheus that Vlaakith wanted us to kill when she ordered us inside the prison?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings.
That's who we just
Blackheath was
fought.
safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him.
I see, they
If
used
the
to have
Githyanki
this.
ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackheath will be finished.
Were you imprisoned here too?
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning.
So it is Githyanki after all.
I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
When this is all over and the Absolute is destroyed, I would like Orpheus freed. Let the Githyanki fight amongst themselves. Hopefully Vlaakith will be destroyed. What happens if we free Orpheus?
That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid, a sworn enemy, just like
Yes, I see. You know, being told by Withers, whom I very much have come to trust, they say that illithids have no souls, so the more I talk to you, the less you seem like a mind flayer.
I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic, and that humanoid shape you've come to know.
So that was
As an
your
illithid,
original.
I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change.
Never. I will never become one. I'm trying to avoid becoming Mind Flayer. I thought you agreed to protect me.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of
No.
your tadpole's life cycle.
No.
While continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me,
Devastating beauty.
I can evolve you.
If you can evolve me, why can't you stop Ceramorphosis altogether?
The answer is twofold. One, I can, but it would kill you, as I told you before. Two, why would I? You have done well with the limited form you have, but you would do far better as an illithid. So, do you wish to evolve or not?
No. I do not. No, no way.
Even as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it.
No.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
What is it?
A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane. Cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
No, I won't do it.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then...
Let's fight that.
Stillness. You've resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then. Until you are.
I never will be.
It has enough vitality to further your evolution. And your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
A little disappointed in it. Okay, Gale.
You have my attention.
Get out of the water.
Never a dull moment.
Not of a channel oath, but I can lay on hands. And my last one.
What's next?
Alright, I think we're okay for now.
No one stopped me yet.
Yes, I'm a bit disappointed. I appreciate all the help in saving us and all, but... to want to turn me into one of you, no. Just will never happen. I really don't like the idea of what they've done here. Things are gonna have to change afterwards. Orpheus will have to be freed. The tadpoles within us will have to be destroyed. And I don't know what's gonna happen to the Emperor, as he likes to be called. I cannot blame these ones. These aren't the ones out under Vlaakith, I don't think. I could be wrong. Maybe they're assassins. The spell's for you, Gale.
Always room for more.
Ketheric short sword. Chasm Creeper. Inscribed Githyanki slate. Chasm Creeper. A pouch? What's in this pouch? Healing potion. Intellect Devourer. This is the way back. I suppose you're going to be looking like this from now on. A form I really don't appreciate, but...
Consider using the tadpole.
No.
Your evolution will be a benefit to us both.
You've manipulated us into taking too many as it is. We will never, ever use those things again. In fact, we have to double our efforts to fight against them from now on.
Here we go.
At least I found it before it's too
It's been
late.
a long day. I need to rest soon.
I suppose we will have to rest again. Okay, I'll take the bed without all the blood.